The NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl runs through them. Great game in store for y'all on Sunday night.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. To decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's our visitors and our home team. The George Halas Trophy awaits the winner of this one, as well as a spot in the Super Bowl. Thanks for being with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, the anticipation's big. Love this moment where we have a champion in the NFC crowned on this field. Couple of teams that don't like each other. What are you going to be watching for in this one, partner?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about these conference championship games, Mike, is how well these two teams know each other. And you find...
Who will represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl? We're about to find out. As off we go in the NFC title game. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the former #1 overall pick back in the 2015 draft, former Heisman winner as well, Jameis Winston.
This place is rocking right now, Mike. I mean, neither one of us can even hear each other speak. This crowd is certainly doing their part. They're trying to create as hostile of an environment as humanly possible to give their team the upper hand. And he's going to have to overcome this atmosphere if he's going to lead his team to the Super Bowl. This isn't going to be an easy task by any stretch of the imagination, but as long as he goes out there and he plays smart and aggressive, we're going to have a shot to fly back home as NFC champs. That's exactly where Mike, the quarterback, just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball in harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a two-time national championship winning QB at Georgia, former fourth-round pick, Stetson Bennett.
These are the type of games, Mike, where you can become a legend, not only for your franchise, but to the entire city. His play throughout the year has helped them get to the point where the NFC Championship is taking place in their stadium. If he's able to continue to play at that high level over these next 4 quarters, his team's going to have a real shot to end the weekend as NFC champions.
To the air, it's Bennett. He'll get this out to the left flat. Will be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Bennett. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens.
That's a right there to identify zone coverage like they were playing here. The key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one and they were able to make the completion.
And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up second and 5.
trouble here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
This one caught at the floor. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Here now, second down and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run with it up. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal. To throw is Bennett. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Initially looking to throw it for a touchdown, couldn't find anything. So Grady takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass. And after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Ku now for the extra point. It's up and through. And his guys will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Winston. Short throw, caught by Ferguson. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6. Second down throw for Jameis. Finds receiver, Johnny Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Motion man, set right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense had enough of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss. The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds. Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
Winston to throw on first down. Off he goes.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short on first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
He gets it away quickly, and it's caught. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. To throw, Winston. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Second and goal. From the gun, Winston. And he's in for the touchdown. marker down. These points may come off the board.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call. Take that touchdown off the board. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Winston. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the visitors will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Bennett to throw. That's complete. Left side, Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker.
Illegal block for that. Offense.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Bennett. Into the hands of Pickens. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 23-yard line.
A run up the middle with Chubb. He's going to be knocked down at the 12-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this is a guy that you do not want to have to tackle in space. I mean, the footwork, the agility, the ability to go side to side and then still have the burst and explosiveness to pick up big yards. I mean, this guy's a handful.
Chubb will be on the ball carrier. Out of bounds down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter.
Brings up 3rd down.
1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. In motion, it's Jackson. Here's Bennett. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb.
Bennett's pass complete to Nick Chubb.
I don't don't care what defensive strategy you apply here on third and real long, Mike, but you have to tackle in space. They almost let this guy pick up enough after the catch to convert a third and real long. Fortunately for them, they brought him down just short. Brings up fourth down. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now Winston. Looking downfield for Coleman. That is caught. What a throw.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the visitors are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid one back there. They'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's a third down and 4. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it's going to be fourth down. And now the punting unit will come up. Away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. On first and 10, here's Winston. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 34.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Winston will work out of the pistol. That's to Ferguson once again. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup. But that is enough for a first down.
Results in a first down.
They'll run here with Akers. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Winston. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
A gain of 5. Result is a first down.
Play fake, it's Jameis. Throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Holding. Offense.
To throw is Winston. To the left side, taken in by Coleman.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
Here's Akers. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Third and long.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Winston to throw. He'll get back to Wilson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This one from 39 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And the visitors will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Bennett. That's brought in right side by Pickett. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
To the air, it's Bennett. That one is complete to Hardman. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, it goes without saying, you are a wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you cut him.
And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Chubb. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
To throw is Bennett. To the outside. Catch made by Pickett. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing, Bennett. That's to the right side. And caught by Bowers.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
At the 11-yard line.
The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Bennett to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Bennett. He'll try, and he will score. And that is now 8.5
pressure is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's James. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. On 1st down, it's Winston. The throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half. 2nd down throw for Jameis. To the right side here, pass is caught. He's got a touchdown on the books from early. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay
Previous play is under review.
indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right. And this call will stand. That's caught. Travis Kelce. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Winston. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Throwing, Jameis. And that is incomplete. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This one from just under 50 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So, we've hit halftime here in the NFC Championship game as we send you to Orlando. We'll check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, as the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Which one of these 2 clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. So with that, let's get you right back out for the 2nd half. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Mike and Gray. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. This is a very level 1st half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. Yeah. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. The screen works for 10 yards on a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
Look him up on a second down and 8. Here's Bennett. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now, faking the give. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help. Because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Let's go now.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And it looks like he's going to head out for first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now, Chubb.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Now a timeout called by the defense. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. It just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll work his forward to the 35. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35.
Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. Short throw, caught by Ferguson.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catchability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll convert, picking up the 1st down at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Akers. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Out of the gun, it's Winston. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down. This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. He's got his man. That's Coleman. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They works it in motion. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pump pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
That's to the sideline and taken in by Wilson.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. He's to the 40. Inside the 10. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only did they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He gets it to go, and his guys will go up by 7. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They put Kelsey in motion. Winston to throw on first down. Oh, yeah. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. Now Winston to the outside. side, complete. It's Wilson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down and it'll go down as a loss of 2. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Winston to throw. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. 1 quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. First and 10. Here's Jameis. Taking off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I've got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. To throw is Winston. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. It'll lead to a 2nd down. Running is Akers. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
All week long, they stress Mike that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground. But you can see the effect of rallying to the ball. Here, they're going to take it down. They're going to do it for us. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. He had no choice but to throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Bennett to throw. And he gets that to Hardman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. They'll run it straight ahead with Joe. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's Chubb. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away. And incomplete. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
8 yards to go.
To the air, it's Bennett, who outs another catch for his favorite target. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
Complete to George Pickens. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Able to tiptoe around 1 tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
Now Bennett. Downfield by Pickens. To throw is Bennett. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And he's going to be taken down. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Throwing is Bennett. He's going to... And he will score again. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score game.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On is Coop for the point after. He's got it. And his guys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's first and 10. From the gun, Winston. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's second and 10. Second down throw for Jameis. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score. They got to score fast.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively. They came just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw, here's Winston. In middle, he's got Kelsey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On first and 10, here's Winston. That's to the left side, taken in by Coleman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. There's that man again, another catch. And he will score! Game on! Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's Bennett. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Back to crown the NFC champion after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking a timeout. $1:54 to go. A tight end in motion now. On first and 10, it's Chubb. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Gets that ball to his tight end Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation. And we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as quarterback's down 2-8. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down 2-8. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to